Pinball modifications is big business these days. We all use them, we've all got them on our games, and for me they fall into three main categories. Number one, they make your game sound better. Number two, they make your game look better. And number three, they will make your game play better. Sometimes you might get a crossover of the two. I think maybe Pin Stadium would be a really good example of that. They make the game look better because you can see more of it, which in turn makes you play better because it allows you to see what sometimes are some dimly lit games. The reason for me doing this video is because I've been given a pinball product that has made this game play so much better. And by this game I'm talking about Lord of the Rings I'm stood next to now. So much better, it's a game changer. And game changer's not my phrase, it's what my son said about this game once he played it with the new modification. Now, I just want to be upfront here, just so as everybody knows. I got sent these, and they're Precision flippers from Precision Pinball Products. I got sent these after I'd done a top 50 video on my top 50 pinball machines, and I did it on Lord of the Rings. During the video, I mentioned that I may well have to go an extra level up in terms of coil power because I was getting flipper fade quite into what, as everybody knows, is a very, very long playing game. And somebody called John made contact with me and he said, you know, I was watching your video, you mentioned flipper fade. I really like your video. I'd like to send you something now that I think will make it better. Now, what he sent me was Precision flippers, which I'll show you in a minute. What I didn't know is I was actually already a customer of Precision Pinball Products because I had already purchased the spinners, the spinning discs, which go onto jaws. Now, there's one for the wheel on top of the upper playfield on the premium, and there's also one which is the fishing reel. So when you want to reel the shark in, you hit it and it spins round. I found it so much better than the original part that was on the Stern game, because what Precision Pinball parts do, as I've discovered, is they precision engineer a lot of the stuff on the games, which is perhaps plastic parts, particularly some of the bushings that you might find on games with flippers, and certainly the spindle and the, for want of a better word, that I'm not technically minded at all, for want of a better word, the shaft, right? This was all beautifully precision lathed, I guess, you know, out of metal, beautifully finished, ball bearings, and just the composition of the mechanism was so far superior to what I got with the original Stern game for Jaws. As a result, you hit that reel and it just spins round for longer. It's just better balanced. So I didn't even really at that point realise that I was a customer of Precision Pinball Products because I hadn't used the flippers. Now, I'd actually had them before when I got my Total Nuclear Annihilation. Now, it had the flipper bats on it, but it didn't have the bushings and it didn't have the whole kit. And I've since discovered that the whole kit is very, very important because what I'd actually done is taken those flipper bats and put them onto Lord of the Rings. But because I didn't have the mechanism, I had the right stuff on top of the playfield, I didn't have the correct stuff that went through the playfield and went onto the underside. And it was actually John who pointed out, he was basically saying, well, you've really not got the full kit there. Anyway, he sent it to me and said, here's the complete kit. And that was that. Be interested to know how you get on. Now, that was actually quite a long time ago, and there's been a lot happening in pinball since then. But what that has allowed me is time to play what is one of my favourite games. And I don't know, it's always difficult to say what's bolted to the floor, what game will you never sell. But this would be pretty high up there. So at the moment on my top 50, this is third in the list. It's an iconic game. It's you know, for reasons I've shown you before. I'm not going to go start getting on my Lord of the Rings. Oh, I nearly did, but I'm not going to start getting my Lord of the Rings collection out now. I love Lord of the Rings. Have done since I was a kid. The fact that there is a Lord of the Rings pinball machine is just absolutely magnificent. But because it's a long playing game, the flipper coils overheat and the flippers get weak. So you find yourself not only not being able to make shots on this game, but not being able to make the key shot. And the key shot is obviously the ring, to shoot up the middle ramp and lodge it into the magnets where the ring is. If you can't hit a shot on a pinball machine that starts the modes, then you're in trouble, right? In fact, I wouldn't argue with anybody that says Godzilla is the best pinball machine that's ever been made. I do understand it. It's a brilliant game, and I've been lucky enough to own it. But I struggle to hit the scoop shot, so I can't start the modes. So I don't enjoy Godzilla as much as other people that can initiate modes on there. That's not the case here. It's a relatively easy shot from both flippers to hit that ring shot on this game. But what happens is when the flippers get underpowered, it sort of goes at half throttle up the ramp, and it just sort of drops off the ramp. It doesn't carry enough momentum to make the jump shot, which takes it into the ring. Now, that's obviously no good. And particularly if you're going to look to try and progress in the game. It is particularly prevalent off the left flipper, which is probably the one you would use most. Now, you can still hit the shot off the right flipper once you have flipper fade, but as you get into the game, you're now finding that you've lost one of your flippers for the main shot in the game, so that's no good. John very kindly sent over this kit. I fitted it on there. I fitted the bushings underneath. The instructions were really cool, even for somebody that's not particularly technical like me. Started to play it, and I have to say, it's actually, I don't want to say transformed the game, because I love the game anyway. The game is a pleasure to play. I love the journey that you go on through this game. As I say, it's a long playing game, no problem. If I want to have a short playing game, I'll play Dolly Parton that's over there. But it just opened up so much. There's also the Legolas shot. Sometimes I would find that as you had flipper fade on it, as that started to kick in, sometimes it would struggle to get up the ramp. Now it just hits everything positively, hits it surely. And I'm going to demonstrate it to you now. I'll show you the flippers themselves. But I just want to make the point. I wanted to learn how to use the flippers. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to do this video now and either oversell it or undersell it. And in fact, I'm not selling it at all. As I say, I'm being totally honest with you. John gave me a set of these flippers and the mechanisms. But all I would say now is it's a product that I'm going to... Not only am I going to be happy to buy it, I'm actually going to be buying a set for another game which you don't know I've got in my collection yet. So I'm just being secretive because I want to do a sort of another reveal video, because I've basically got rid of one of my games and I have a new pinball machine here. And I think it would benefit from some better flippers, and so I'm going to go and get another set of these. Do I think every game needs these? No, not at all. I think there's plenty of games that are absolutely fine as they are. But, well, in fact, I tell a lie. I said I've got rid of one game, I've got rid of two games. So actually, Lebowski has now left my collection. And, I mean, I couldn't say a single bad word about that game. I think it's an absolute triumph of a pinball machine. I think it might be the best pinball machine that's ever been built. The best game? No, but the best pinball machine for all the reasons. There's so much on it. It's so packed. But if there was one thing I thought, it required a lot of flipper adjustments. And since I fitted the flippers on here, even though Big Lebowski's gone, I found myself thinking, oh, I bet Lebowski would benefit from those flippers. And I think there's a lot of games that would. It's been a bit of a game changer. He's also, I noticed, supplied some hybrids ones. So a lot of people, as I've discovered, as I've learnt more about these flippers, find they're a little bit too, as it's all precision metal engineering. Maybe some of them felt they're a little bit too firm. They don't have enough. They don't have any flex. So you've gone from a flipper bat with a plastic bushing and a lot of flex into a flipper bat that's metal with a metal bushing and no flex. So I think what Precision Pinball Products have produced is a hybrid flipper bat, which allows you a little bit of flex, but with all the high spec engineering that they provide. Now, I haven't tested those yet, and because I was so blown away by what this has given me, that look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And it was broke before, and now I fixed it. So I don't feel any need to trial the hybrid flipper bats, not on this game anyway. And the other thing I've found is the bounce pass works well. I did wonder if, because there was no flex, whether you'd be able to do a bounce pass, which is quite, well, it's important for this game. It's important for any game. It works, and they work beautifully. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to do a little bit of gameplay now. I've set it to 4 balls, so as we can sort of explore quite a lot of the game and run the game for long enough and go past the point where you would normally experience the flipper fade. There's no point me having a short game that lasts 3 minutes. You're not going to see any flipper fade then anyway, because the coils haven't got hot enough. But hopefully I can display and show you a long enough game that you'll see the game, the pinball machine, and the flippers, more importantly, are going to retain their power throughout the game. And I just think it's a really neat and a really good fix for an older game like this in particular, where maybe you don't want to, maybe you don't, I certainly don't. There's something quite daunting about taking the flipper coils off. Which flipper coils do I then order? I then have to solder new ones on. There's many people who are quite happy to do their own maintenance on a pinball machine, and I don't mind cleaning it, I don't mind changing a bowl, but there's certain things I will do. But there are a whole host of other things which, for me, seem far too daunting, and certainly soldering on new coils is not for me. However, changing the bushings, and I want to say to you, I didn't even know what bushings meant before I did it, right? But I've changed the bushings, I changed the little springs that came with it, the axle and the flipper bats. Hardly any tools at all for it. And they're just really, really good. So I just wanted to say, yeah, so, thank you, John, for sending these. I just wanted to say that I just wholeheartedly recommend this product. And I'm not getting any kickback from John from saying that. I'll put the link in the description just so as you can find these products. But just if anybody was wondering, are these products for me? Are they good? They're absolutely amazing. And I just wish, as with a lot of the modifications, it's not just these, you just almost wish that every pinball manufacturer put as much, I guess, research, development, engineering, as much detail into everything they did on a pinball machine that so many of these mod makers do, because so many of these things, just fix a game. Sometimes it's an easy fix, right? Sometimes it's where we get in the air ball and jaws, where the drag track, where the fin comes out on jaws. Little thing that just raises that track up slightly to stop you getting the air balls. Really simple fix. But I often think a lot of the imperfections on a pinball machine are left to the mod makers to fix, and it's always in your mind. Only last night we were doing a video on the new Star Wars reveal, the new John Borg Star Wars, and I was already looking at it thinking, well, this will be modded. I'll get rid of Jabba the Hutt, and I'm sure somebody will produce a better Jabba the Hutt that doesn't look like a glowworm, as Scott pointed out on the forum yesterday. And I already look at pinball machines and think, well, who's going to mod what, and how will that be done? So I do think modifications are a really important part of pinball machines. Some pinball machines play great straight out the box. Of course, not every game needs them. And most pinball mods are not about need, are they? They're about wants. They're about making it look better. This modification will make your game play better if you are struggling, if you're feeling flipper fade, if you're just feeling that the flippers are maybe a little bit weak, and you have tried to perhaps go into the software and put the power up and it's still not done it. A game that I remember for that was Foo Fighters. When Foo Fighters arrived, and I had 2 Foo Fighters. I had a Premium and I had a Pro next to each other, side by side, kindly because of our sponsor, Pinball Heaven. And both of them, the flipper powers are up to maximum. And the ramp on the right-hand side, I think it might be Area 51 ramp, if my memory serves me correctly. A lot of the time, the flippers did not have the power to get up that ramp, and certainly the longer you went into it, it became harder and harder. And I did wonder at the time, I thought maybe Stern put the wrong coils. They should have put bigger coils in there so they had more of a ceiling to go to, but it was already maxed out. In Spinal Tap terms, it was already turned up to 11. And I actually think now, looking back at that game, and that's what these flippers have done. They've made me think, what game would benefit from these flippers? Looking back, I think, yeah, Foo Fighters would have been a really cool game to have, you know, maybe even just the hybrid flippers in there. Anyway, let's have a look. I'll show you a little bit of a close-up of the flippers. You won't see the mechanics that are underneath, but you can go check out the website if you want to look at that stuff. It's all on there. It's more people than just me saying that these are good modifications, by the way. So yeah, go and check it out. Go and have a look, and we'll try and have a game. And I'll show you just how purposeful I think the shots are now. Now, obviously, you don't have a point of reference. You don't have a barometer to know how weak the shots were before, but you have to take my word for it, or maybe you know that. Maybe you've got a Lord of the Rings at home. If you do, I can even say, for nothing else, just for Lord of the Rings, I strongly recommend, if you're struggling from what I was, these will really improve it. Anyway, let me give you a closer look. So here's the flipper bats themselves. As you can see, they're metal with a hex key and Allen key, and you only see in the top part. But what I'd do is I'd show you. That's the top section of it, and this is one of the axles, if you want. That's one of the axles that's going to go through and attach on the underside of the playfield. There's not a lot else to see aside from that, but if I demonstrate now and show you the shot that I mean, actually, I've just noticed the Balrog's in the way, but the shot I'm talking about is this shot here. Let's move this Balrog out of the way, shall we? So the shot is going through here and is going to lodge inside there, and magnets will hold it there. It's a really, really important shot. You can see all the modes above it. That's how you initiate them. And what I was saying was, when it's not working, when you lose the power, the ball almost runs up here and just sort of trickles off the end and never lodges into the ring. Yeah, it's been a game changer. And I mentioned earlier the Legolas shot, which is this shot here, which I guess we'd call it another Gomez game, the Bride of Frankenstein shot, right? It's a very, very similar shot on Monster Bash. And sometimes it just doesn't have the power, and you'll hit it along here, and it will sort of loop back up, come along here, and it will just sort of roll back down rather than making its way along the wire form and going into the in lane here. Okay, we're going to switch the machine on. In no way is this going to be in any way a tutorial video or anything like that. I just want to keep the game live for as long as possible so as you can see just how much more pace and how much more purpose there is to all of these shots. And this game is completely capable of rejecting the ring shot anyway, but that's more to do with the magnet. This is not what I'm talking about here. It's about it not making it up that ramp. And as you'll see, it will always make it up that ramp, and particularly the Legolas ramp there. I'm not saying I'll be able to hit those shots, by the way. But that's a good start. We'll take that for the skill shot. Starts working towards your Return of the King multi-ball straight away. Well, there you go. I just thought I'd start off with a bad shot there, just to show you there. The Balrog's always an inconvenience. Not just in the game, just generally. Nothing worse than trying to take a shortcut through the mines of Moria and the Balrog gets in your way. But anyway. So first of all, you can see straight away it's lodged straight in there. You'd expect that to happen at the start of the game. But will it do it later? That's the trick. Oh my word, I've lost the ball straight away. That's actually my favourite mode as well. I've completely ruined it for myself. My eye is most definitely not in here. Oh, and I've even mucked up my skill shot now. Okay, but I've started another mode straight away. But even at this early stage of the game, you can just feel that these flippers are more powerful. Anything I do wrong, it's not the fault of the flippers, it's just my lack of accuracy. Okay, I almost lost it then again.
Hurry! Help!
Whew. Come on. Such bad accuracy.
Use my sword. Get hold of yourself. 500 more. 500
That's
more.
good. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't even fight for that. I should have tried to nudge it or something. Terrible start.
We will journey through Moria.
I sort of want to plunge this all the way round, really. Or go, yeah, I do. The reason being, damn it, is I wanted to start a mode. It's actually given me 2 balls there, so I'm going to just pop that on there. I want to start a mode before I go into the multi-ball. I can't believe that's just happened. This is embarrassing. Oh, man.
4 rings of men.
I'm so tempted to start in this video again, but I won't. That's just my own embarrassment and pride, really, rather than what the video is intended for. Sorry, I'm concentrating on my multi-ball here. It's a fellowship multi-ball. It's not. It's a very, very tough multi-ball to do. Oh man, I needed that one. No. Oh man, that's such a shame, such a shame. I was actually doing okay then as well.
5 rings of men. By order of the king, the city must
Okay, where are we? Right, that was, I got lost and forgot what I was doing then, which is, yeah, that's it. I'm making a video about flippers, aren't I? Hey, that's what pinball's all about, right? You should be able to get lost in the game. There it is again. Okay, so I started another mode. Once again, demonstrated that the ball is making it up there.
8 rings of men.
I want every man and strong lad to be ready for battle by nightfall.
The path of the dead. 500, 250.
Whoa, it's moving quickly. Got Gollum multi-ball there.
A new power is rising. Double jackpot 1. Double jackpot 2. Double jackpot 3. Single credit. Double jackpot
One double jackpot, two double jackpot, double jackpot. They're through the wall.
So you saw, I finished the mode there, but you also saw during that I made the ring shot again, which is, you know, was important for the super jackpot.
Double jackpot to a seat.
Get from the elves. Oh, I really needed to get that.
At dawn, look pleased.
Oh, that was almost too powerful, that one. Oh man. Oh, don't you dare. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, well, I was really into that. Once again, I completely forgot that I'm trying to do a demonstration about the flipper power. But hopefully you can see, you know, I'm just really enjoying this game and I'm not having any problems hitting stuff. Oh man, I needed that. Oh, come on. That's what I needed. Get from the elves.
On that sort of magic quest.
I'm gonna try and get Gollum multi-ball. Oh man. So I'm on the ring frenzy.
Double points.
This is indeed the will of the council, and Gonzo will see it done.
By order of the king, the city must empty. We make for the refuge of Helm's Deep.
I need this Return of the King multi-ball here. You never know, we might even get to destroy the ring. You never know. Yes, that's what we wanted.
Don't trust Golem.
Yes, they did. Man, done it again.
4, 3, 2.
Oh man, sorry, I kicked the camera then. I don't know if you can still see. Still see that there? Sorry about that.
Shoot again.
Whew. It's all kicking off.
The path of the
Come
dead.
on.
200
No. Yes, we got it, we got it, we got it, we got it. Don't you dare. Whoa. Okay, so I started a mode,
We must join them.
and now I need to get the multi-ball as well, realistically.
I want every man and strong lad to be ready for battle by nightfall.
That should do it.
This turf is under attack.
Oh, man.
The rings were destroyed.
But you...
So I'm still actually technically in a mode, but I also need to destroy the ring, so I've got to take that, really. Got to forget the mode, just because, well... And anyway, you saw then that still retained that power to hit that shot. Oh man, not that. That's not the right time to be hitting a bad shot. Oh man, no.
Gift from the elves.
Come on, don't do this, don't do this.
The ring is mine. Golem has the ring.
Ooh, come on. No. No, honestly. Oh, this is just shit. That is shit. Sorry about my language. You know, if you know the game, you know how close I was then. Man. Oh man, that is annoying. Really annoying. Oh, bloody pinball.
You have your sword.
Oh man.
Special is lit.
Oh man. It's annoying.
Mr. Frodo's not going anywhere without me.
Oh, don't do that. Come on.
We're coming too. Two elf rings. You gathered the three.
Okay, got a mode start now.
You shall be the fellowship of the ring. Journey through Moria.
And I did not want that then. Oh, that wasn't flipper fade. It's I hit it off the very end of the flipper. If you see that, ah, that's annoying. I didn't want that then. Well, this is not very good, is it? Oh man, I missed a really important shot there. No, I've screwed it. Absolutely screwed it. Oh man, but just my accuracy there. Very annoying.
Shoot again!
I will.
Get hold of yourself! More!
Oh dear, come on, you've got to be better than that. No! No! Oh, it's so annoying. That's so annoying. There it is. Oh, man. Anyway. We saw... I'm not entering my initials then. Well, I'll tell you what I do. I'm not going to enter my name. I'm going to enter my dog's name, so at least I know. That's what I do when it's not an official score. Looks better than having it blank. But at least we got to see the game, a decent length of game, not the best game in the world, but a decent length of game. And I got to show you that the flippers are fantastic, right? The flippers are absolutely fantastic. Anyway, there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Once again, thanks to John from Precision Pinball Products. I'm very annoyed I didn't destroy the ring then. Had one more shot to do it. One more shot. But hey, this is pinball, right? That shot that you're hitting all game long becomes difficult when it matters, when there's something counting on it.